Alright, let's go. So I'm gonna finish this this white paper today. Hopefully all of it. We're 1/3 of the way there, but yeah, I want to do it quick. So yeah, each video is gonna be around 10 minutes, and yeah, because I need to do I need to do Algorand's white paper, because I wanna invest a heavy amount of money in there. So I need to understand it before, you know. So proof of work. To implement a distributed timestamp server on a peer-to-peer basis, we have peer-to-peer, person-to-person. To add a distributed timestamp, so what we did here last video, timestamp to a server on a peer-to-peer basis, we will need to use proof of work. So it's a way of processing transaction. System similar to admin banks hashcash. Admin banks hashcash, rather than newspaper or used. Okay. Pink. Alright, we don't know what the hell this is. Alright, so the proof of work involves scanning for a value that when hashed, such as with a so basically SHA-256 is a way of encrypting data. So yeah, SHA-56 is a way of encrypted data, making, let's say we encrypt this, it will turn into a string of numbers. So yeah, it's to hide data basically, and Bitcoin uses this encryption. So the proof of work involves scanning for a value that we hashed. So yeah, so basically we hashed this block. So we've hashed it, yeah. So we turn it into string numbers to save data, to save storage space. And now proof of work is gonna find. Proof of work is gonna find the value when hashed, such as with the hash beginnings with the 0 number of bits. Okay. The average work required is exponential in the number of bits required and can be verified. Okay, so basically your work, the more transactions on the system, the more work it's going to need. So it goes up, so exponential. Let me show you an exponential graph. Exponential graph. So there you go, see that exponential. Yeah, so the work is exponential. So it's not like straight, it's not like from this point to this point. It's exponential. It accelerates, basically accelerates, and that is really bad, to be honest. That is really bad. So the average required is exponential. So to find the values that were hashed, yeah, here the values hashed, the more hashed values there are on the network, the more and more power you're gonna need, basically. That's why you have like all these mining farms in China and shit like that. That's why it's using so much power. The average work required is exponential in the number of 0 bits required by the execution. So you don't really need to worry about the 0 bits. For our timestamp network, we implemented a proof of work to increasing nonce in the block until a value is found that gives the block's hash required to bits. What the fuck? For a timestamp network, we implement the proof of work by implementing a nonce in the block until a value is found that gives the block hash 0 required. What the fuck? I don't even know what the fuck that means. The timestamp network, we implement the proof of work by incrementing, so changing a nonce in the block until a value is found that gives the block's hash the required 0 bits. In terms, we implement the proof of work by incrementing a nonce. Let me figure out what that means. Wait one sec. Let me get this. Nonce. What is it? Nonce. Nonce meaning a word contained one occasion, coined for one. Okay, so want something, so incrementing, so changing, incrementing a one coined something in the block until a value is found that gives the block's hash the required 0 bits. Once the CPU effort has been extended to make, okay, yeah, I don't know what the fuck this means. For times that we need to implement, okay, these pink ones, we'll come back to them later. These pink ones, yeah, we'll come back from later, because you need to keep on moving when you're reading this so you don't get demotivated. Once the CPU effort has been extended to make it satisfy the proof of work, the block can now be changed without redoing the work. I don't know what the fuck that means either. I don't know what that means. Once the as later blocks are chained after it. So yeah, it's in a blockchain, so I showed you earlier it's in a chain. The work to change the block would include redoing all the blocks after it. Yeah, so to just basically saying blockchain, a full blockchain, oh shit, let me go on images. Okay, let me go back. Blockchain. Yeah, so basically if you're validating this, yeah, but you want to change it, yeah, if you want to basically hack the blockchain, you're gonna have to have enough power to change this one and the ones before and the ones before and the ones before. Basically it'll be impossible. But yeah, these are blocks, you see these ones and zeros, they're hashes as well. Don't know if it's some ones and zeros, but yeah, they're hashed. Okay, so let me go back. After later change it, the word changed to the, okay, the block pre-hash, nonce, pre-hash, there'll be a pre-hash. The proof of work also solves the problem of determining representation of majority decision if, okay, yeah, proof of work, like I explained earlier, proof of work is decentralized, so it's got different miners all over around the world, so there will be a majority decision. If the majority were based on one IP, one vote, it could be subverted by anyone able to allocate many IPs. So wait, what? Subverted? What does that mean? Subverted. Undermine the power authority. Okay, so yeah, so it's saying, yeah, if everything's based, if one person can, the only way to hack it is only if one person controls the whole network, or a majority. So yeah, so the only way to hack it is a 51% attack. So even if you own 50% of it, of all the miners, you still won't be able to change it unless if you have 51%, so you're the majority. So yeah, but it's almost impossible to become the majority. The proof of work is essentially one CPU, one vote. The majority decision is represented by a longest chain. So yeah, they have a voting system, so it's automatic voting system, which has the greatest proof of work effort invested in it. If a majority of the CPU power is controlled by one honest nodes, the honest chain will grow the fastest and outpace any competing chains. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I kind of do and kind of don't, but I don't want to give like misinformation. If a majority of CPU power is controlled by honest nodes, okay, yeah, so the honest chain will outgrow the, okay, yeah, I know what it means, but you guys don't need to learn this here. It just confuse you guys. To modify a passed block, an attacker would have to redo the proof of work of the blockchain of all the blocks after it catches up with the separate. Yeah, so like I said earlier, basically you would have to redo the whole blockchain from the start to now if you want to attack the network. have to proof of work and catch up which is impossible. You can't do that to edify. Catch up to pass the work on the nodes. Yep. We will show later that the probability of a slower attacker catching up diminishes exponentially as subsequent blockers are added. To comprehend increased hardware speed and very interesting running nodes with time, the proof of work difficulty is determined by a moving average, targeting the average of the round per block. If you generate too fast, the difficulty increases. Okay, so wait, the comprehensive for increase in hard, to compensate for increase in hardware speed and very interesting running nodes over time of proof difficulty is determined by moving average targeting number of blocks per hour. Okay, so you're generated too fast difficulty. So if the blocks, yeah, so basically miners, each one they mine, they get a block, and that block there's a difficulty to it. So the faster you mine, the harder the difficulty increases, so you don't mine as much. So I feel like this, yeah, this would stop. Would this stop quantum computers? That's the thing I'm wondering. But yeah. Okay, we've done section 4. Now we're on section 5. Okay, so yeah, we've done section 4. Now we're gonna end the live stream, go on to section 5.